Are ready. T20 Challenge is back.
Sun is shining and I feel so good.
Come show us your moves from anywhere in South Africa.
'Cause it's a good day for it, a good day for it.
Meet the stars, feel the vibe, and experience the thrill.
That's huge. That is out of the park.
Support your favorite team in your favorite city.
Brilliant catch.
Bring your energy, bring your passion. Hashtag bring on your moves.
Golden.
I play for the Hollywood-based Dolphins.
From the DP World Lions.
Alphabet Warriors.
Gold Rush Boyland, World Sports Betting, Western Province,
The Mutiram Tuskers.
Northwest Dragons, the Momentum Multiplier Titans.
Get your tickets for the T20 Challenge now and be there for the action. Hashtag bring on your moves. Woza nawe.
Good afternoon here from the recreation ground in Oudtshoorn for this all-important Cricket South Africa Division 2 qualifier between the home side, the Garden Route Badgers, and the Mpumalanga Rhinos. Good afternoon, commentary Jason Mashangani.
Good morning, good afternoon, Albertus. I'm on the wrong time here. Welcome to Recreation Ground to our viewers all over the world. And great match on prospect here. Garden Route Badgers hosting Mpumalanga Rhinos for a place in the second qualifier against Eastern Cape Inyati on Friday, the 21st of November.
Absolutely, Jason. The two teams met earlier this month here at the very same ground 10 days ago. The roles were different. The Mpumalanga Rhinos batted first. They were restricted to a very modest 124, and the Badgers eventually won easily. Today is a different story.
It's a totally different ball game here. Knockout cricket at its finest. So whoever performs better on the day should come out trumps. Records go out of the window when it's knockout competition. It's about holding your nerves when the pressure is totally on.
Yeah, both teams, the past weekend, the matches has been abandoned due to rain. The Badgers were up in Bloemfontein at the Mangaung Oval, where the match was abandoned, and the Rhinos were in Kimberley, and the same result transpired there. So it's the teams that finished third and fourth on the lock. Hence, the Badgers has got home ground advantage in this first qualifier match. The playoff yesterday has been narrowly won by the Knights in Bloemfontein, so they booked themselves a place in the final on Sunday. And in comes Gareth Dukes, and Ruan ter Blans is off the mark immediately. Everything always starts with the winning of the toss, and the toss is just there to get things going. The news is that the Mpumalanga Rhinos has won the toss and opted to have a bowl first. It's a fantastic ground to chase at.
I think with the last three matches that have been played here at the recreation ground, we've seen teams batting second, coming out trumps. So with the previous games, the Storm chased 177 with a record chase here against the home team to win by 5 wickets. And with the previous game between these two teams, the Badgers chased down 124 to win by 5 wickets.
Tipping a run for Yasin Wali is off the mark. I'm not sure if you noticed, Jason, the size of the boundaries is something enormous here today. Big boundaries. I just had a chat to the groundsman, the head groundsman, Mr. Marco Donson, as he would like to be called. And he said it's 80 meters. That's huge.
They've been pushed back all the way as far as they possibly can.
Yeah, of course, today is an eliminator. The first eliminator, the playoff match was yesterday, and the second playoff match will be the winner between these two sides. They will take on one another. The winner will advance to East London, where they will play the Eastern Cape Inyati on Sunday. So we're up here for eliminator number 1. So the loser will be packing its bags. Straight to a gully position. Fielding has been done, no run added to the total. Tight bowling by Gareth Dukes.
He started out well, yeah, I think, with the field that's set, with deep point out and deep square leg out. They're quite prepared to offer that easy single square off the wicket. Just to get the batters pushing, the ones that are straight line lines.
Dukes into Ruan ter Blans. Straight to cover. No run added to the total. Tidy over thus far from Dukesy.
As you could see on that occasion, Ruan ter Blans just looking for that gap there through point, just opening his blade just slightly. And you see with Dukes carrying first slip there. Panika at slip, waiting for any errors there from Ruan ter Blans.
Oh, it's a swing and a miss. A very good start to the innings by Gareth Dukes. He only conceded 2 runs in his opening over. 2 officiating umpires today at the furthest end of the ground. It's the female flavour, that's Karen Claster. And here on the commentary box, at the commentary box, and he's the former international He played plenty of cricket for the Cobras and the Dolphins, to course his CSA, and very interesting, in 2015 he represented the team in green at the Africa T20 Cup in Bloemfontein. That's 10 years ago. He was quite surprised this morning to have a look at those photographs in the clubhouse, and he fondly remembered that team that includes the likes of Sybrand Engelbreg, Andrew Patik and Vernon Philander.
Certainly has come full circle. It's always beautiful to see former players being involved in some form or shape or form in the game after they've done playing. Now we've got Titolo Mapaka opening the bowling from the commentary box end.
Another dot ball. Chelum Parker, of course, is the brother of Queenam Parker. And if my memory serves me correct, he was quite impressive with the previous visit of the Rhinos here to Oudtshoorn. Push that one into the gap. And pick up a single. That's Yasin Wali, the former King Edward VII boy. And with him is a player that was also in the boys' school. He matriculated at Paul Roos Gymnasium in Stellenbosch, Roan te Blans. It's obviously more known as a rugby school. More defensive. Very tight start here by the Rhinos.
It was good bowling there. Mapaka just holding one back there slightly. You can see that Ruan de Blanche is just shaping up to look for that mid wicket or long on area.
He went over the top. Mentioned today that big boundaries. He clears the boundary. And the 9th ball of the innings has produced the first boundary by virtue of a 6 hit by Ruan de Blanche.
Great shot there by Ruan de Blanche. Mapaka just missing his length ever so slightly. He's held the pace back nicely, but this one just sits up in the wicket. Ruan de Blanche deposits that over Lawan for his first maximum.
The wait is over and the teams are ready.
It's a replica of the previous delivery, and it carries all the way. 6 more. Back-to-back boundaries by Ruan de Blanche.
An even bigger hit here by Ruan de Blanche. Takes that off the stumps. Great shot, risk-free with a man up at mid-on.
Parker would like to close off this over a positive note. Conceded 13 from his first 5 balls. End of the over, 2 overs gone, 15 without loss. Look at the Badgers side, compare it with the team that played against the Rhinos 10 days ago. Zak Momberg has been omitted and Liam Alder is coming in. That's the only change to that side.
I think Liam Elder has been a great performer for the Garriswood Badgers. The leading wicket taker in his team with 8 wickets so far. So he's a very important part of that bowling attack. Gareth Dukes to continue from the Freo Street end.
Punch to the offside, straight to cover. No run added to the total. Gareth Dukes running in from the Freo Street end. He's on the money right from the word go. Dukes, who played his first stint of provincial first class List A and T20 cricket or SWD as they used to be called, way back in the 2013-14 season. Then he later went on to play for the Tuskers and is now in the colours of the Lowveld base team. Behind square on the offside, there's plenty of work to be done. The stop is made, and they will come back for a third. Well, the size of the boundaries will tell you that's why they run 3 runs. It's not often that you see it in cricket these days where they pick up a 3 as Henderson runs around and does the fielding.
There'll be a lot of opportunities here for the quicker guys to get through and turn those 2s into 3s here on this big outfield.
Into the gap. Work for the 38-year-old Aubrey Swanepoel, runs in from the cover boundary. He does the fielding, and 1 run added to the total. 1 run for Ruan Blanche. He moves on to 14. And in that total of 14, there are 2 big 6s over long on the previous over from the bowling of Mpaka. It's a beautiful early summer's day here in Oudtshoorn. Fortunately, not that hot in the mid-30s.
Quite pleasant outside. It's not too hot for Oudtshoorn.
Punch the offside and a single collected by Yasin Walid.
We're quite content with giving away that easy single through point. Begs the question with Garajukes being as tight as he is in terms of his lines and bowling the correct length. Would you not rather have that person up?
Work for Henderson, who is running in from the square leg boundary, but it will only be a single. A little bit of a fumble there. And to Blanche pick up another single. Dukes has completed his 2nd over, and he is yet to concede a boundary. 0 for 8. A very versatile cricket player. Can open the batting and the bowling.
Yeah, we'll probably see him come up the order when the Rhinos get an opportunity to take strike in this chase. Parker gets just their solitary over from the commentary box end. We'll see John Hendrickson bowling his first over. Over number 4 of this power play.
21 for 0. 3 more overs to go in the power play. It's the same strip that was used for all the matches of the Gardeners men's team this season, Jason. That's deposited behind square for 4 runs by Ruan Blanche. He was quickly to pick up that one.
Confident looking Ruan Blanche here. He's had a very good T20 campaign thus far. He's gotten his team off to great starts in all the matches that he's played. John Hendrickson just sliding down the leg side there, heading in line.
Yeah, speaking about Ruan Blanche having a good campaign thus far. He played in 4 of the matches. He missed out on the last one due to exam responsibilities, and the one in Bloemfontein has been washed out. He scored a total of 122 runs, the top score of 57. It's a very healthy strike rate of 141.86. And his co-partner, come to that now, just watching Hendrickson in. Short. That is a magnificent shot on the back foot through extra cover for 4. Great shot, great execution, Ruan Blanche. With
That's the hint of width offered, and he hits on top of the bounce on the up through the cover region for 4. He's looking in fantastic nick so far.
with him is Yasin Bali. He played in all 5 matches, yet to score a half century, but he's got an average of 27.4 with a strike rate of 134. To Blanche on strike, facing Henderson, who runs in. Good delivery. Oh, hits the stumps. There's a shout there. Yasin Vali has to stretch that short legs of his.
Look, the tight circle, but Yasin Valley breaking up makes it safely.
For the first time, it's Vali to face Henderson. With short, Yasin Vali will be a little bit annoyed with himself that he hasn't capitalized on that one. Or should I rather say properly capitalized on that one?
Yeah, it's possibly just looking to run that down just to get off strike. Rwanda Blanche from 24 from 15. Want to give him the bulk of the strike.
Wide. No, it's not a wide. Should have been touched something through to the keeper. End of the over. And the score now 30 without loss. Now the keeper, of course, is Zakir Kathrada. He's been around the block for quite a while. Tiredly does the fielding. And that is the end of the fourth over. 9 runs conceded in that fourth over from Henderson, taking the score to 34 without loss. And there's a change in bowling. Still Gareth Dukes. He will continue. Sorry for that. Oh, why not? He's been very economical. His captain, Mohamed Mayet, has put a vote of confidence in Gareth Dukes. This time, Terblance has got hold of that one. It's one bounce over the boundary for 4. Terblance looking great, Nick.
He's looking in great touch. He's getting himself into great positions for him to execute. He's been able to score all around the wicket.
Very severe in that area. He also hit Mpaka for 2 boundary 6s over long on. That one bounces about 3 meters in front of the rope and over.
We'll see a change in field here with Deep Point coming back into the ring. Kalkona going out onto the boundary or deep mid wicket. Some of our viewers.
We'll come back for a second. Blanche is a very good runner between the wickets, and he will pick up another couple.
And we're going to see a lot of these. I think with us seeing Gareth Dukes coming back for his third consecutive over, the runs that have been leaking from the commentary box end might have forced the captain's hand in getting him back into the attack again. Or rather letting him continue into his third over. And by now the batters have had a pretty good look at him. They know what to expect of him. They can try and get a few more runs from him as well.
Try to improvise something there. It will not run away for 4. They will come back for a second. We'll keep an eye on umpire Karen Claster if there was bat involved. Yes, there was bat involved. So 2 runs to the scorer, to the batsman. Taking the Blanche to 32. And his partner, Yasin Vali, is on 6.
When you're in great touch, even when you're getting yourself into bad positions, you can still get something on it.
Uppish. Work for Aubrey Swanepoel. Pace taken off, but still generates some bounce there by Dukes. It's the third time that these two sides I'm meeting here this season at this very same ground. The Badgers comprehensively won the 4-day game, as well as the previous pool stage match in the T20 competition. Oh, that's a big hit. It's over. And that's also a no ball call there. Well, those are vital mistakes that can turn the momentum of the game.
Even before that shot, the momentum was firmly with the Garden Badgers openers. That just makes it a whole lot easier.
Now that one was hit over long leg for 6. The Blondes picked that one up quickly. He's on 38. Duke's walking back, a little bit despondent. The sound of the willow on the leader ball. 6 more to Rouen Blondes. Take him into 44. That's a blistering knock from the youngster.
Garden Badgers are 51 for no loss after 5 overs. Rouen Blondes 44 of 22.
Now that was a very expensive over, bowled by Dukes. 21 runs hit off hit, and courtesy obviously of that no ball and free hit, boundary 6 that was hit. And by the look of things, that will be Herman Rolfs. Not here from a fellow. Left-hander volley. It's that one in the vacant area on leg side, and you'll collect a single. It's great to see, and we often discuss that and mention that in commentary, the high number of SA19 players that is playing in Division 2 circuit. Rolfes himself on strike is Rhinos Blanche, played for the SA19 team in the 2018-19 season. And of course, Yasin Wali played in that side, which was captained by Aidan Markham and went on to win the World Cup under the coaching of Ray Jennings.
It's all testament to the talent identification that's being done around the country.
Well, that one to Blanche didn't properly hit.
One of his best miss hits in this inning of 44 thus far.
Two consecutive dot balls. Bowled by the young Herman Rolfs.
Good start to the over by Herman Rolfs, only conceding 2 from the first 3 balls. Keeps this under 10, it will be a very good over to close off this power play. Long on, goes back onto the boundary.
Yeah, to pull out of this dead ball signaled by umpire Shazy. Well. It's very good cricket. Into the gap. Work for Swanepoel. Great stop there. They will come back. No, they will settle for a couple. Taking the score to 55.
Mpumalanga Rhinos questioning that decision to win the toss and bowl first.
Oh, that's a shot from Jabrans. He'll pick up 4 over square leg. Square leg. 50 out for Ruan Jabrans. It was square cover, not square leg. Apologies for that. Ruan Jabrans is in magnificent form here at the recreation ground.
Gets a full toss, and in the form that he's in, he's not going to miss out on that. It's been a great inning thus far from Ruan Jabrans. 50 of 26. He's gotten his team to a great start. 59 for no loss, with 1 ball remaining.
Jason,
power play.
You're also part of the coaching staff when Ruan was playing for the Badgers. He was very unfortunate. The first 2 seasons he missed out due to multiple ankle surgeries. And that's the end of the power play, 59 without loss. He was more regarded as a red ball player, but he flourishes in the white ball format.
And he's done quite a lot of work on his batting. Try and pick that strike rate up. And it's not a complicated game for him. He keeps it very simple. Doesn't need to do a lot.
Yeah, Jason, I would just like to remind you and all our viewers that's very much on the statistics. Exactly a week ago, the Badgers played the Eastern Storm here at Recreation Ground. And after the power play, the Badgers were 55 without loss, and no, they're 59 without loss. The Badgers went on to score 176 for 6, which proved not to be enough. Just tells you once again on a great surface that's been prepared here at this ground. And am I right in saying that Dukes will bowl out his 4 overs?
That is Hendrickson.
So Hendrickson is changing in, thanks. Hendrickson into Yasin Valley. Oh, great stop there. Ruan Jabrans only needed 25 balls to reach his half century. Innocent Valley. Work for square leg, running in from the boundary. Does the filling. 1 run added to the total. It's also great to see the female counterparts of the Garden Route Badgers, the team that is supporting their male counterparts. They just entering the ground here. They're obviously one of only 6 teams that's playing in the Hollywood Bets Pro 50 and Pro 20 series. They were successful in the Pro 20 match, Pro 50 match the past weekend against the Northwest Dragons. But our attention is first to Henderson. Something on the way through to the keeper. Kathrada. And in the Pro 20 match, they badly lost against the Northwest Dragons, courtesy of a very fine knock by the former international player Mignon de Pree. And they're off to Pretoria, where they will play the Titans on Friday in the T20 clash, or the Pro 20 clash, and Saturday at Supersport Park in the Pro 50 match. They're currently the lock leaders in the Pro 50 competition. That's a significant achievement. It's airborne, that's hit very high. There's a fielder underneath that. It's been taken. That's a departure of Jabrans. It's gone for 50. And a good, very good catch taken by Armand Rolfs. That ball was skied very, very high.
We haven't seen a lot of miscues or mistimed shots here from Ruan Jabrans. One of the few that is mistimed and he skies it, and he departs for a well played 50 from 28 balls. Garden Route Badgers lose their first wicket, 60-1.
And in comes the big man. I often say that. You've coached him at youth cricket level, Heath Richards.
Exciting, Heath Richards. Joins Valley out in the middle.
You will see he's a strongly built and hard-hitting batsman who first came into the limelight through his performances for the Eastern Province on the 15 side when he was still schooled at Grey High School in Kabeja. And then he moved to George, where he was educated at Glenwood House together with Jean Duplessis, and he represented the SWD under 18 team at the Kayamajola National Cricket Tournaments. He will first play himself in, that's for sure. He's a big man that can hit a long ball. He's off the mark.
Great foundation here laid by the opening batters, Ruanta Blanche and Yasin Vali. That'll allow a little bit of time for the likes of Heath Richards to get themselves going in their innings, not to feel rushed. The team going at nines to the over. Interesting enough, first wicket lost at 60-1 in the previous match as well against the Eastern Storm was 64-1.
Jason, you are like a great commentator. You keep your stats. Well done. But let's see how this transpires. Into Valley with Offord. There's immediately work. Third man running in. He's Gareth Dukes. He does the fielding. Will not prevent a single.
Garden Route Badgers are 62-1 after 7 overs. I think if the last game is anything to go by, it'll be important here for the Garden Route Badgers, for them not to let their foot off the pedal, make sure that they still rotate strike in this middle overs and not leave it for too late. As we saw previously, that 177 was not enough.
Yeah, it's an opportunity for them to rectify things. Look, it is a week later, it's different opposition. I must say the boundary is much bigger. But Aubrey Swanepoel will be introduced into the attack. For the first time we will see spin, and we will see it from the commentary box end of the ground. He played plenty of cricket. We will look at his numbers right now. Also he had the red ground for Northern Cape, for Griquas and Western for the Knights. And now lately for the Mpumalanga Rhinos. Short, cut. Oh, there's a little bit of a hesitation there, and Richards has been run out. That's a breakthrough for the Rhinos. Great composure shown there. Disappointment for the Badgers as Richards departs.
A little bit of a panic out there in the middle between Richards and Yasin Vali. Never a single straight to Mapaka, backward point there. Very good fielder, and he picks that up cleanly. Throws it over the stumps for Swanepoel to effect the run out.
Yeah, and exactly what the coaching manual is telling you. Swanepoel perfectly positioned. One bounce and Richards is off to the pavilion. That's big disappointment and an important turning point in his match.
A very big wicket, and it brings about George van Heerden out to the middle. He's been the mainstay of the Garden Route Badgers batting lineup in terms of runs scored this season.
Yeah, Jason, irrespective of winning this game, there's a lot of logistical challenges. I mean, tomorrow they will be on the bus, the winner to East London. to play the Eastern Cape and Yati on Friday, and Saturday either by bus or by plane to Bloemfontein. Oh, there's a big shout there. And that's the departure of Yasin Wali. That's a big wicket. The dreaded finger of umpire Shezi. And the Badgers lost 3 consecutive wickets.
That was well bowled here by Oudtshoorn. He gets one to slide through with the arm.
It's on the back foot.
It's on the back leg, probably clashing into leg stump on this occasion. Was playing for the 10 there. Got himself in all sorts. Garden Route Badgers are 62 for 3. Nathan Engelbrecht joins as captain, Josh van Heerden. Both yet to face a delivery.
Swanepoel, he's got fire in his belly. He smelled blood into Engelbrecht, who's a very good season thus far for his newly adopted union, the Garden Route Badgers. He hails from the west coast town of Vredenburg. He was on a high performance contract with Boland when he got the call up from Lottie Sesede to join the Badgers. It's wide by umpire Shezi. Tiny work by Katrara.
Good work behind the stumps there. Always nice to see when you see wicket keepers get on above their work unnoticed.
Engelbrecht will pick up a single.
An opportunity here for Van Heerden and Engelbrecht to rebuild this inning. After a very great start between Vali and Ruanta Blanche.
A very good start. Just once again illustrates you the ebb and flow of the game.
Can never truly be on top in this game. It's 2 quality sides out in the middle.
George van Heerden. Set one straight to mid-wicket.
Swanepoel certainly looking for that front pad. First up here to George van Heerden.
And George van Heerden will get off the mark.
Two wickets lost in this over and only 3 runs scored. I think it is safe to say both teams are evenly matched at this point in the game.
Aubrey Swanepoel will come to his statistics when he's back in the bowling attack, and we'll focus to Herman Rolfes. Conceded 8 runs in his opening over from the previous 3 end of the ground, and he will run into to Captain George van Heerden. A very successful season. He's currently sitting 3rd on the batting averages. Of course, Riley Rousseau is top with 180, followed by Rohan Hasbrook of the Knights, and then George van Heerden. He scored 159 runs. Just watch his delivery. He plays this one to mid-wicket, and it'll be a dot ball. highest score of 63 with 2 half centuries. Average of 53, strike rate 141. It's wired by umpire Karen Claster by Rolfs. Plenty at stake here. The winner will still have an opportunity to put their hands on silverware. But between them will be first the Eastern Cape and Yati on Friday.
New batters at the crease. An opportunity for the Rhinos just to bring that rate down.
Yeah, the boundary is also drying up here. One bounce. Van Heerden will pick up a single. Now breaks on strike. Seems to be a very organized cricket player who can clear the boundary and very well in rotating the strike.
Yeah, it'll be very important for him to keep that scoreboard ticking. Running between the wicket, one of his strengths. Certainly be put on show here on this vast outfield. To see there, Nathan Engelbrecht just turning, looking for that second. Sent back by Josh van Heerden. Three runs conceded so far in this over. One ball remaining.
Yeah, the Rhinos did well to put the brakes on. Short, cut away, that should be 4. It's punished by Van Heerden for 4. Great execution. A welcome boundary. Rolfs dropped that one short and Van Heerden did well to dispatch that just behind square on the offside for 4.
Short and wide there from Rolfs. Gave him all the opportunity to pull that away. Josh van Heerden will never miss out on those. Score is now 72 for 3 after 9 overs.
Yeah, and we spoke about Aubrey Swanepoel as he walked into bowl. He has played more than 100 matches across all formats. In the T20 format, 106. First class, 137. List A, 127. He spent a lot of his life on the cricket field, Jason.
Spent a lot of time under the sun. It's a great experience for any team to have.
And he, of course, is the half-brother of Patrick Kruger.
New talented cricketers in that family.
Should come back for second easily. No, settle for a single. Good work down at the deep. Broken shot. The former Maritzburg College scholar who runs from the sweeper, but he's now patrolling with the right hand on strike, the mid-wicket boundary.
Quite interesting there. You mentioned Brockenshaw out on the field, doing some good work there. It's interesting that he hasn't had a bowl yet. He has Mpumalanga Rhinos leading wicket taker in this format this season before this game with 6 wickets, followed by Jukes and Swanepoel with 4 each.
Just wide. Work for Brockenshaw again. Had to carry his legs. They come back for 2. Short, missing leg, and maybe some batting involved there.
Yeah, Kathrada showing there there's some bat involved in that one. Swanepoel targeting the stumps, probably sliding down leg side as well.
Tight bowling from Swanepoel, end of the over. Halfway through the innings, 76 for 3.
Like Captain Mayat is listening to commentary with Brockenshaw coming into the attack.
So he will continue the bowling from the Free Street end of the ground with the captain George van Heerden on strike. Straight to the fielder. Dot ball. Jason, the one team from Division 2 that has really picked up their performances, and specifically the T20 competition, is this team of the Mpumalanga Rhinos.
They've done decently well this season. I think they've made good acquisitions in the off-season, bolster their squad. They brought in the experienced Aubrey Swanepoel and the young Brockenshaw into the fold, and also Smangali Sonhlebela.
Yeah, it's good to see.
Overall, they've kept the bulk of the players that that played for them this previous 2 seasons. Some nice continuity for them to build on.
Yeah, same coach. Mbazi Kaduje and Gerard Vossel, the assistant coach. They seem to improve a lot as a unit. Tidy bowling from Brockenshaw. Brockenshaw. 3 dot balls.
They start game from him. It's getting out of a length, hard length. On that occasion, just cramping George up. And they've done very well to restrict the badges. We are 59 for no loss after the power play, at the end of the power play.
Airborne by Van Heerden, but that will be good enough for 4 over long off. Great execution there by the captain.
Great execution, just gave him just about the right length and line for him to be able to access through wide long off. Hard shot to play, inside out.
Benjamin van die Kerk. It's not often that we see him patrolling the boundary fence. He did well, run around towards his left from the square leg position to pick up that ball and prevent a boundary fall. He's a very good slip fielder, but there's no place for him at this point of the game in the slips, as Brokenshaw will run into Georgie van Heerden.
It's usually either in the slips or he's got gloves on.
And that's a departure of Van Heerden. He's furious. It's a breakthrough, wicket for Brokenshaw. And the Badgers are under the pump here.
That is a very big wicket for the Mpumalanga Rhinos to pick up. He holds out to Oudtshoorn on the long on boundary. Only whether it was done by just a change in pace from Brokenshaw. He closes off his first over, 1 for 6.
Van Heerden will be disappointed.
A slight change in pace, and he drags that from outside off onto the leg side. Garden Route Badgers are 82 for 4.
Intelligent bowling from Brokenshaw. And a steady decline in the run rate as achieved by the Badgers as Kyle Jacobs walks into the crease.
For that wicket, it looked like that partnership between Engelbrecht and Van Heerden was starting to take shape. We had moved to 20 between the two of them. And the Badgers would have hoped that they could carry that on for at least another 5 overs. But nonetheless, that brings about Carl Jacobs out to the crease. Very capable performer as well. 9 overs left, 82 for 4.
Engelbrecht sweeps. Front of square, fielding has been done. And 1 run added for Engelbrecht.
Knocked out to long one, keeps it down to 1. Wolfers. That will be important for this pair, just to lay a platform for the big hitters, Liam Elders and Banele Kleine, to come in later on. Give themselves a bit of an opportunity here. Oudtshoorn is in the middle of a very great spell here. He's 1 for 9 from 2.4 overs.
Yeah, it's very economical. He shows his experience here. Important to restrict the runs flowing in the middle orders. Found the gap, but it will only be a single.
And great work out on the boundaries by the Mpumalanga Rhinos. It's complementing the bowler's work after the power play.
Oudtshoorn, end of the over. 3 overs, 1 for 10. He certainly asked the questions.
Mpumalanga have done well to claw this back after the power play, having considered 59 for no loss. They've won the next 6 overs, 26 for 4. We're firmly in control of this game at this point in time. Broken shot to continue to Engelbrecht. Big swing and a miss there. He's gave himself just a tad too much room there. He's unable to reach that.
Well, Jason, at this point in time, we can say good execution after you win the toss here by the visitors. In the gap, they'll only pick up, they'll come back for a second. Good running from Engelbrecht and Jacobs.
Yes, I think we, as mentioned now, Mpumalanga Rhinos have went between over 7 to the end of the 12th over. They've won 26 for 4 after conceding 59 in the first 6. So they've more than halved what they conceded in the power play.
In the gap, work for Benjamin van Niekerk. It's only going to be a single.
As we start getting into the latter stages of any inning, start thinking about what might be a good score.
Yeah, I'm also thinking about that. I've got 150 in mind. I think from where the Badgers are now, they will do exceptionally well to reach 150. But we all know that 150 will not be enough based on statistics and records for the games that's been played here today. And Brokenshire has definitely bowled very good line and lengths. But I also think they can learn a few lessons on how the Rhinos has bowled here today.
Yeah, it was getting away from the Rhinos in that power play. We're scoring, or well, maybe Ruanta Blanche just made it look easy. Then everyone else just find it tough going.
Wide into the gap. Will only be a single.
Good change of pace there by Brokenshire. Made him reach for that as well. Jacobs wasn't in total control of that stroke.
High up in the sky. It will be a difficult one. Will fall in no man's land, and they will settle for a single.
Five runs conceded from that Brokenshire over. Current Wood Badgers are 92 for 4 after 13. You see Engelbrecht on this occasion, looking to the leg side. Gets the leading edge, drops between the two converging fielders for 1 run. Oudtshoorn call to bowl is 4th. consecutive over. 1 for 10 from the 3 that is bowled thus far.
Oh, it was hand to that. It will run away. And they will come back for a second. Great effort there in the gully. To Telung Parker, who jumps high. Can have a look at that.
Big swing outside off. Would have been a spectacular catch if
That
that's
would have
not.
been spectacular. Those of you will remember that was the area where John T. Rhodes was normally fielding. Oh, that's one in the gap. That's a great shot. Engelbrecht does, Van Niekerk does the fielding. Bat to ball, will not take on the arm of Mpaka.
As we've seen earlier with Heath Richards. Got run out from a Parker stroke in that area.
Sweep, shot. Only one. Swanepoel into Carl Jacobs, the right-hander. In the franchise era, he played for the Warriors after he made his debut for the Border. Eastern Cape Inyati, as they've been called these days. Like to close off his spell. Only be one. Work for Herman Rolfs. Does the fielding. Impressive bowling performance. Impressive spell by Aubrey Swanepoel. 1 for 17.
He's brought his team back in this game, bowling 4 consecutive overs. Never easy in a T20 game to go 4 back-to-back. He's done exceptionally well. Finished with 1 for 17 from his 4.
Well, 6 overs left. We spoke about 150. The Badgers will need to hit a few boundaries here to post 150. And John Henderson, he conceded 12 runs from his first 2 overs. He will continue from the Freda Street end with the left-handed Nathan Engelbrecht on strike. Open the face of the blade. We'll get a single.
I think the Badgers will do well to get to 150 from here onwards. That's a further 52 runs from now. So that will be striking at more than 8 to the over to get themselves to that target of 150.
That's a great shot from Carl Jacobs. Oh, that's all the way. That's a great shot. Transfer of pressure back onto the bowlers.
That's a great shot there by Carl Jacobs. Full in length from John Hendrickson. Carl Jacobs is able to give himself just slight bit of room and accesses over extra cover for 6. Very strong in that area. And the Garden Route Badgers 104 for 4 after 14.2.
Should be a couple. It's into the pocket. Vacant area just behind square on the onside, on the left side. Jacobs pick up the couple.
Very good batting. Follow up the boundary with some rotation. Very good running between the wickets.
In the gap, that will be 4 more. Vacant area over cow corner and another boundary for Carl Jacobs.
It's a very good over this by the Garden Route Badgers. 13 runs scored from the first 4 balls. Probably didn't connect that as well as he would have liked, but he'll be happy with the result. Takes that from 4th stump and he hits that through mid wicket for 4.
Comes down the wicket. Straight back to Henderson, does the fielding from his own bowling. Now he's played 16 matches in this format thus far.
A very good bumper to close off from John Hendrickson.
Yeah, great way to end the over. End of the over, the score now 110 for 4 with 7 overs remaining, barring 5 overs. "13 runs of that over from Henderson. As we will see Debele, Smangalishu Ntlabela, number 29, continue to bowl from the commentary box end into the left-hander Engelbrecht. It's wide, it's called wide by umpire Shazy.
Coming into the attack this late in the inning, he'll look to take the ball away from the hitting arc of Nathan Engelbrecht.
Comes down the track, it's airborne but it will fall safe, and it will allow the batters to comfortably come back for a second. Taking Albrecht to 20, and he's 20 from 24, and Carl Jacobs is 15 from 10, and the partnership to resurrect things here is 31 thus far for the 5th wicket. In the gap, it'll run away, great stop from Benjamin van Niekerk. That's excellent work by the big man.
Great work out on the boundary there. He's done beautiful work on that boundary.
Same shot and same result. Yeah, great work from Van Niekerk. He saved 2 boundaries now with back-to-back balls. He almost hurt himself when he jumped over the picket fence. These important moments in the context of the game.
Those 4 runs can come in handy later on. See, Nathan Engelbrecht is looking for that mid-wicket boundary there. It's a big hit.
But a magnificent stop. This time he will find the gap. 4 runs to Engelbrecht. Brilliant execution by the wicketkeeper batsman.
That was a beautiful shot by Nathan Engelbrecht. Ntlabela looked to have done him in the flight. Does well to reach that and get it over extra cover for 4. Didn't quite get to the pitch, but he was good enough to transfer his weight over that.
Well run thus far from the Ntlabela over. It's another wide. work out there on the one knee. And 1 run added to the total. That brought an end to that Nkabela over, which cost him. Now there's one more ball left. Sorry, it was obviously 2 wides. Were 2 wides. Already 13 runs conceded. Carl Jacobs. Oof. You feel that he missed out. He was aiming to deposit that one into the Grobelaars River overbowled. 123 for 4. This is a crucial partnership, Jason. If the Badgers can sniff 160, 170 with 4 overs remaining.
A very big partnership this. This will give them something to bowl at later on in the day. The aim would be to get one of these two to bat throughout. They've done well to turn those ones into twos. We can add the odd boundary here or there. And looks like they'll comfortably get to that 150 mark that you had mentioned earlier on.
Jason, you've got a big smile on your face.
Only 27 away.
So Rolfs, he conceded 15 in 2 overs into Engelbreg. Oh, well bowled Herman Rolfs. Good execution there by Rolfs as he spotted Engelbreg was moving.
Nathan Engelbreg wants to come onto the offside and give himself an opportunity to access the leg side. The change in field, long off, comes up into the ring. And finally, third man, drops out to the boundary.
Well, I was about to say the fielding today by the visitors were exemplary, and one was put down by the captain Mohamed Mayet at long off. Will it be costly? First mistake in the field today.
The captain does well to change the field and get himself up in the ring. And very next delivery,
He puts it down.
puts it down. We'll be hoping that doesn't get to cost them too much. This partnership is now worth 42 between Engelbreg and Jacobs.
Yeah, it's a great way to back themselves back into this after we saw 3 quick wickets falling within 7 balls. First the departure of Ruan Terblans, the run out of Richards, and the departure of Ali. One bounce. Jacobs will only pick up a single. He looked a bit unhappy with himself. We must probably feel that he missed out on a boundary opportunity there.
He gave himself a little bit of room. Fine hit just over extra cover. That's a very strong area of his. Only gets 1 run on this occasion.
Work for Mayet. He won't mind the single. Nathan Bravo Jacobs is on strike to face the last ball of the penultimate over of Herman Rolfs. We'll most probably look to clear the inner ring and hit in the direction of extra cover. No, tried something different, and Rolfs get the wicket of Jacobs. Tiny taken.
Emma Rolfs went slow ball into the wicket. Carl Jacobs didn't have the pace for him to get it over. Shot that man in the ring.
And Jacobs supports for 31. Another wicket. It's important here. There you can see. Straight to John Hendrickson, who does the rest. And whilst seems to be Liam Alder walks out to the crease. Well, they've got 3 more overs to put something here together that's defendable. Engelbrecht on 31. Alder has shown his ability to score runs and to score it very quickly as he walks out. And also a very special word of thanks to our team of Pitch Vision. Nathan, thank you to you. Spartan's Damien. And Brian Brokenshaw will most probably bowl overs number 18 and 20 here from the commentary box end. I like the plans that Captain Mohammed Mayed and his team has put together here. Stuck to it.
I think it's been backed up very well by the bowlers throughout the day. I think in the power play, runs were leaking from one end, the commentary box end. But 1 over from Dukes, instead over from the Freire Street end.
Another very nice innings from Nathan Engelbrecht. He certainly is impressive in the middle order. Oh, that's 4 runs. Spotted the vacancy. Hit it over the top for 4.
It's a very beautiful shot from Nathan Engelbrecht. With a filled up, mid off, and cover up. Easy shot for him, gives himself just slight bit of room.
Taking to 35. Well, he's from the well-known Engelbrecht sporting family of the West Coast, Vredenburg. Work for Aubrey Swanepoel, is down on one knee, does the fielding. And well, if they did their homework on Liam Alder, they will realize that he loves to improvise with paddle shots and reverse sweeps. Currently, both fine leg and third man is on the circle. He's also a batsman that doesn't take a lot of time to settle in.
He can certainly get going first up. Very big hit off the ball there as well.
As you can see, that one right in the middle.
Just wondering with the tactics to Engelbrecht, the first sets where he hits well over extra cover through that extra cover region. I think on this occasion they're dropping long off for him. Just a little bit more extra protection there for the bowler.
Oh, a slower ball. Well disguised. Work from Parker in the gully. 1 run added to the total. brought Liam Muller to strike. Also a former Kes boy. He was with the Warriors last season. In the gap, 4 runs. We spoke about the ability of Aller to capitalize and to be aggressive early up. He picks up 4.
His partnership is already worth 11 runs. Liam Mulder 5 from 2. He can do a lot of damage here at the back end. He gets a slow ball, leg delivery. Dispatches it through the mid-wicket boundary.
Swan is hit along the ground. Swanepoel rusts the fielding. And he'll prevent anything more than that. Over bowled, 138 for 5, 2 overs to go.
Liam Mulder 6 from 3. I'm going to look for him to get the bulk of the strike from his last 2 overs. They'll be happy to get anything anywhere close to 13 runs in his 12 balls. And with Liam Mulder out in the middle, that is very much a possibility for them.
Herman Rolfs. Into Alden, was on 6. Big shoulders, the young man. His work there, it should be taken. It's taken, that's a departure of all the clever bowling from Rolfs. Take the pace of the ball. That's a big wicket for the Rhinos. It's a very good performance all round from the visitors from Mpumalanga. Will they be able to chase down whatever target has been set here to them by the Badgers? Or will the Badgers be able to defend this modest target?
Time will tell, but Mpumalanga Rhinos will be very confident after this good bowling performance from them.
Straight to the bowler. We said it up front, you can't make comparisons with the match that was played here 10 days ago between the same 2 sides. It was a completely different Mpumalanga Rhinos outfit. A different day. Work for Benjamin van die Kerk, he will not prevent it. I think your assistant coach, Warren Bell and Bucky Seseli, they will definitely make some plans. Engelbreg, is there something at that? Will it be wided by umpire Claster? No, touch something through to the keeper.
It's down with 45 in the ring.
Taking out some gloves, and as we spoke, new pair of batting gloves bring onto the field by the 12-man Zak Momberg. It's not that hot. It's about 28 degrees outside, which is a very modest day in the middle of the summer for Oudtshoorn. Rolf's in to Engelbrecht, who's on 37. Comes down the track. Will only be a single. Once again, pace been taken off the ball.
He's used his change-ups very well. Slow balls into the wicket. And he's got a great reward for it. 2 for 21 in 3.5.
Kelly had a shot. Oh, that's a great effort. It was always a difficult catch, but they will come back for a second. And he seems to have a fan club in the crowd here underneath us. $144 for 6. So we will see the last over, and that will be bowled by Brokenshaw from the commentary box end. I don't know, the captain has proved us wrong. John Henderson will bowl the final over. On strike is Nathan Engelbrecht. Improvisation will only be a single. So he walked across his wickets.
He's looking to get that over. Short fine leg on the leg side. Big open space if you can get it over that fielder there. Fine leg going back onto the boundary and deep square leg out, and third man on be thinking bumper into Telea.
Down to fine leg. Parker does the fielding.
Good old double bluff with a Yorker.
Short, not properly connected by Engelbrecht, but he will still pick up a single. So the news is that the Badgers won the toss. The Rhinos won the toss earlier this afternoon. They opted to have a bowl first. There was a spectacular opening partnership of 60 between Ruan Terblanche and Yasin Valley. Terblanche made 50. Just watch this one delivery from Henderson in. There, in the gap. It can run away for 4. Oh, it's a great effort there. They'll come back for the third. Oh, that's magnificent running. It just shows you once again the size of the outfield.
Big outfield, and these two batters took full advantage of that.
Engelbrecht's on 40. He's got 2 balls left to reach that half-century milestone. That should be wide. And no, there was something. That ball was touched on its way to the keeper. Once again, tidy work by Zakatrada.
It's been a great over thus far. Six runs conceded from John Hendrickson. Looks to close it off without conceding a boundary here.
They come back for the second, and they will end up at 152 for 6. With only 42 runs conceded in the last 5 overs. Jason, is this enough?
Only time will tell whether this is enough. I think at this point in time, Mpumalanga Rhinos will be the happier of the two. As you see, Hendrickson there with an opportunity to finish off with another wicket. Fortunately, that goes to ground. But Mpumalanga Rhinos should be the happier of the two sides, having elected to bowl first and only conceding 152 after going for 59 runs in the power play. And they'll feel more confident during this break.
Yeah, very good start with Ruan Blanche making 50 from 29. He hit 4 sixes and 4 fours. There was 42 not out from Imabrat. He 2 fours, very good running between the wickets. Disappointment for Heath Richards, run out for 1. Yasin Valley was involved in that opening partnership. He only made 9. George van Heerden lost his wicket at a crucial stage for 13. Carl Jacobs went also after being settled in and then Alder the side. Impressive bowling. You can see Alves 2 for 23 in 4. Swanepoel very economical, 1 for 17 in 4. Brokenshaw 1 for 23 in his 3, and Henderson 1 for 33. We'll be back within the next few minutes.
The wait is over and the teams are ready. T20 Challenge is back.
Sun is shining and I feel so good.
Come show us your moves from anywhere in South Africa.
'Cause it's a good day for it, a good day for it.
Meet the stars, feel the vibe, and experience the thrill.
That's huge. That is out of the park.
Support your favorite team in your favorite city.
Brilliant catch.
Bring your energy, bring your passion. Hashtag bring on your moves.
Golden.
Now play for the Hollywood-based Dolphins,
From the DP World Lions,
Dolphin Warriors,
Gold Rush Boland, World Sports Betting, Western Province, and
The Mutiram Tuskers.
Northwest Dragons. The Momentum Multiply Titans.
Get your tickets for the T20 Challenge now and be there for the action. Hashtag bring on your moves. Woza nawe.
Welcome back to the recreation ground. With the Mpumalanga Rhinos about to get their run chase off, chasing 153 for the win against the home team, Garden Route Badgers. To start the chase off for Mpumalanga Rhinos will be Gareth Jukes and Zakir Kathrada. To open the bowling for the Garden Route Badgers from the Freire Street end will be Jade Richter.
Jason, this is going to be a battle of attrition here for the next hour and a bit.
Certainly shaped up to be a great game thus far. As we know, the winner of this game will travel down to East London to face the Eastern Cape Inyati for a place in the final to play the Knights for the title.
So Gareth Dukes is on strike. We refer to his all-round ability. And Richter let's pull out of that delivery.
The Rhinos will be looking for a fast start here from Gareth Jukes to get them ahead of the game early on in this power play.
Yeah, we saw that once you've got momentum here, you most probably won it 9 out of 10 times. But Richter, that one is hit down the ground. Tidy work. They come back for a second. And there was an opportunity for a run out there.
That was a risky second called by Kathrada on this occasion. Jade Richter just missed an opportunity there.
So look at that. You can see.
Full toss to start off. And he just punches that down the ground. Looked to be a comfortable one. Jade Richter just couldn't gather there the stumps.
Yeah, these are opportunities that can swing the momentum of the game. Oh, the intent of Dukes is very clear. His job will be to get the Rhinos in front with this run chase. And as I've said, we saw here over the years that once you've got momentum, you most probably won it 9 out of 10 times.
As you've seen in the previous games, one good partnership in the chase. Swing the momentum firmly your way. You can control it from there on. Big hit over extra cover for 6. First boundary of the Mpumalanga Rhinos inning.
Yeah, that's great execution by Dukes.
Presented with width and pace on. With Dukes just throws his hands at that one. One hand of the bat, bottom hand of the bat, still goes for 6.
Straight down the ground, 4 more. That is the type of start which I think was the message during the innings break. Get going, and Dukes, his intent is very clear. He's going to free the arms and try to get the Rhinos in front.
And that's been the strategy throughout this T20 campaign from the Rhinos with Dukes up the order.
Can Richter bounce back? Oh, that's a big start for the Rhinos. It's a big start for the Rhinos.
18 from the first 5 balls in this over. All going the way of Gareth Jukes. On this occasion, just full outside off. Didn't miss by much. And Gareth Jukes just heads there towards the nets for 6.
Over bowled 19 without loss.
The Rhinos couldn't have asked for a better start. Garden Route Badgers on the back foot here after the first 6 balls. Liam Elder, who's been the premier bowler for the Garden Route Badgers, will open the bowling from the commentary box end. In the previous match, he was able to clean bowl Gareth Jukes for a duck. He'll be looking for exactly the same result. On that occasion, Jukes was looking for the cut, and the ball just slid on with the arm.
Elder in to Dukes. Well. Elder has got him! He did it the previous game. He does it today again. And that's a departure of Dukes. Well. His intent was very clear. Jason, the game plan of Dukes. I mean, he had 19 runs in the previous over.
He was always going to come out swinging. And on this occasion, he runs past a full toss, just yokes himself straight on the stumps.
Jubilation for Nathan Engelbrecht behind the stumps. And in comes Aubrey Swanepoel. Now, well, I think he batted at number 6 in the previous occasion, and today he's in at number 3. Well, if Swanepoel's job is to stay there, rotate strike, I think it's a good move.
I think with his experience, they'll need for him to have a calm head. They're already ahead of the rate here at 19 for 1 after 1.1 overs. They need one good partnership to have a firm grip on this game. Yeah, Melda with that wicket, he picks up his 9th wicket of the campaign.
What is done it again? Elder took here the departure of Swanepoel. Elder has done the job for the Badgers. It's early up. We must not get too excited yet. Still plenty of cricket to be played. But he seems to be unplayable.
I said it during the break. Liam Melda is going to be the most important bowler for the Garden Route Badgers.
Yeah, off air we spoke about previous matches where the Badgers managed to defend 150s. And by that, in those specific matches, it was the wrist spinner, Thomas Carver, who did the job for them. And Swanepoel is departed, who has departed.
They're playing for the one that spins away. If they've been watching Liam Elder bowl in the power play, he gets his wickets, LB bowled. All he looks to do is just skid on with the arm, doesn't look to spin it early on.
And Elder is on fire.
Swanepoel played down the wrong line on this occasion. And the Mpumalanga Rhinos are 19 for 2.
And that's the one bowler you do not want to settle in, and that's Liam Elder.
On a hat-trick here with the captain on strike, Mo Maya.
Forward offensive.
A little bit slower on that occasion. Testing that defense as well.
Yes, should be. It's not. It was very quick glove work by the keeper. But the back foot of Mayet was grounded.
That's great work there by Liam Elder. Just flights one up slightly outside off and gets one to grip and turn off the wicket. Beats the outside edge.
Airborne. Worked for Banele clearly. And Alder has bagged 2 wickets in his opening over. But it's not over yet. In the way that the Rhinos are opening over for 19, courtesy of Gareth Dukes. He's on strike.
I think it is quite exciting to see a spin bowler at any level pick up 2 wickets, maiden wicket, in the power play of a T20 game. It's through the covers there for Kathrada. It's full in length, it's missing the stumps from Rechner and gets punished.
The very 2 batters in the crease now. Kathrada and Mayet holds the record for the biggest partnership in this competition this year. Jointly, they scored 64 for the 2nd wicket in the match against the Eastern Cape and Yardie in East London. But this is now for the 3rd wicket as you watch Richter running in to Kathrada.
If there's anything, the seamers.
Absolutely.
Which made it difficult for the batter to get them away.
Yeah, 10th wickets in the competition for Liam Elder. As we watch Richter running in.
Jade Richter will have to look in his bag of tricks here for his variations. You see third man coming up in the ring and long one dropping to the boundary. Also has deep square on the boundary.
Richter to Kathrada. It's a good bounce. Good way to respond.
It's a very great option there. A very risky tactic to go with fine leg up in the ring.
Plays club cricket for Pretoria High School Old Boys. And that's a dot ball. The man who does the fielding, he'll be bitterly disappointed. Heath Richards, he was run out earlier today.
Always disappointing when you don't let the bowlers work for your wicket.
Swing wide outside off, through to the keeper Engelbrecht. That's the over bowled. 17 overs left. Elder in to the gap, and Mayet is off the mark. Mohammed Mayet.
That's probably all they need to do with Liam Elder. Just knock him around for singles. They're already getting enough runs from the other end.
Tight bowling. This will be a very, very tough contest here. Interesting run chase. All to play for. It's called Eliminator for no reason. Forward defensive. And it's another dot ball bowled by Elder.
Possibly looking to access behind square on the leg side. The shift says mid wicket, a whole lot squarer. Mpumalanga Rhinos will be well aware that another wicket here in the power play will firmly bring back the Gardenwood Badgers in this game.
The ebb and flow of this match, isn't it? Short. And you will be very, very happy that he got away with the dot ball there, Liam. Banele clearly does the fielding. Work for Liabona Malefi, and Alder conceded only 1 run in his 2 overs. That's gold for the youngster from Johannesburg. And
2 for 1 in 2 overs.
who will bowl the next over? Man also hails from Durban, KwaZulu-Natal, and he played for the Durban Heat in the Mzansi Super League, and then obviously he later represented the Dolphins. And I'm sure that the coach of the Dolphins, Quinton Friend, has done a lot of work with Cele as he runs into bowl to Mayet. And it's wide at
Mpumalanga Rhinos are doing themselves no favors at all in this chase. Losing 3 wickets in the power play. More often than not, spells danger for the batting team.
Well, it spells danger, but another dangerous batter is coming into the crease. That's Benjamin van die Kerk. He's a very great all-round performer. So plenty of cricket to be played. Dot ball. Well, Benjamin van die Kerk has played 20 of these matches in his career. He's got a high score of 55, which he scored this very same season or last season for the Rhinos against the Tuskers at the Oval in Pietermaritzburg. Can he convert something special here? Cele in. It's right on the money. Good bowling, Banele Cele.
Bringing the stumps into play. Good plans there from Cele. As we've mentioned previously, you will not win a T20 game in the first 6 overs, but you can certainly put yourself on the back foot and well on your way to losing it.
Cele to van die Kerk. In the vacant area, no slip in position, he will pick up a boundary.
The captain, Josh van Heerden, will be kicking himself. He was carrying Ruan de Blanche in that first slip region just 3 balls ago, pulls him out, and Taylor catches the outside edge.
Yeah, well, an intentional shot play there by van die Kerk. Sorry, it's 33 for 3. As we will see the introduction of Liabona Malefi. Jason, you also work in the hubs program around the country. It's always great to see products of that program to be introduced at this level, and specifically here in the Garden Route at Southwestern Districts. Liabona Malefi is a product of that program, specifically from the Rosemore up in George, and he will bowl to Van Niekerk.
Great start there by Liabona Malifi.
Great
Great fielding of
athlete.
his bowling. The HUB program has been a great invention, great program for CSA. It's produced a few professional cricketers over the years.
Yeah, we think about the likes of Jet Li van Brieses, who also emerges from here. He went on to play for the Titans, and he's currently one of the stars in the Goldras Boland team. Oh, well bowled, Liabona Malifi. Also a bowler that would like to settle in. Great human being. Hot on strike is the captain, Mohamed Mayet. Ooh. Well, to cover himself, advancing down the wicket. Down to fine leg. Dot ball. 34 for 3. 2 more balls left in his power play. Great fielding of his own bowling. And that's the end of a very good opening over from Liabona Malifi. And Jason, you write it down, very punctual. The Garden Badgers, they scored 59 runs in the power play without losing a wicket. The Rhinos here, 34 for 3.
Garden Badgers are in control of this game at this juncture. The Mpumalanga Rhinos have got a lot of work on their hands to get themselves back into the game with 119 runs to win. They'll need one big partnership here, and one of these two batters to be out there in the middle, right at the end.
So Baneli Kelly was successful in his previous over by picking up the wicket of Kathrada. It's a single out to the big man Heath Richards. Casually picks up the ball. Long way to go down, picks it up, throws it to the keeper Nathan Engelbrecht. Speaking about Nathan Engelbrecht, he was very, very impressive with the bat today, Jason.
He played a very good inning to get some momentum back into the Garden Badgers batting inning. How important those runs might turn out to be.
There's a swing there, just bounced short of the fielder out there. Jade Richter is on the square leg boundary.
Between those two spinners in this inning, Liabona Malifi and Liam Elder, they've bowled 3 overs.
Okay.
2 for 2.
Yeah, Engelbrecht scored 42, not out from 40 balls. What a valuable knock to give some stature to the Badgers innings. Van Niekerk is on strike. Well bowled Banele. Aubrey Swanepoel, the pick of the bowlers, 1 for 17 in his 4 overs. And then Herman Rolls picked up 2 for 23 in his complement of 4 overs. Now, we really commend the tactic to move Swanepoel up the order, but it wasn't his day.
They didn't quite work out, laid down the wrong line to Liam Elder.
Run down to third man. Monley and Gobezi, like the bowler from the Ferry Street end, also hails from KwaZulu-Natal, the Dolphins, where they both has been part of the youth structures over there.
also coming through the hub systems to get scholarships into Glenwood and Mothersback College, respectively.
Through to the keeper as he touches something there. Yeah, last season there were semi-finals. One played four. The Badgers played the Tuskers in the semi-final. They finished fourth. This year they finished third. But playout structure has changed this season. Straight to the fielder out there. Run to Blanche. End of a very good over. Only 2 runs conceded by Banele Tele. He will be very satisfied with his opening 2 overs. Banele cost him 10 runs. And Yabona Malifi. No, he will not continue. It's Carl Jacobs. Carl been very successful this season with the ball. What do you make of this?
And Yabona Malefi had one big role to play, which was to close off the power play for his team, and he did that very well, conceding just 1. And that allows for the captain to be able to bring on the wrist spinner to get into the game early on while the pressure is still on.
So on strike is Benjamin van Niekerk, and we will see Carl Jacobs. Work for Ruan Blanche. The Badgers are squeezing on the pressure here.
They well and truly put in the squeeze on. Mayan 3 from 13, and Van Niekerk 8 from 10.
Dot ball. Another dot ball. Work for Ruan Blanche as he runs around. What do you make of the game plan currently by the Rhinos, Jason? Playing themselves in, try to consolidate.
I think at this point in time, the Garden Route Badgers are bowling them into a hole. For the Rhinos batters, they need to be able to rotate strike, which is not happening at regular intervals.
Great work from his own bowling by Banel Tele. And he's also got a fan club here cheering for every single delivery. It's great to see on a Wednesday afternoon some people in Oudtshoorn who knock off early at work, slipped out of the office to come and support the men in green. He bowls him! Tele! Van Niekerk had to improvise, and a perfect line and length, and 41 for 4.
The pressure told on this occasion for Van Niekerk. Doesn't usually improvise and look for those fancy scoops. He's a more conventional player on this occasion. Pressure on, looks for the scoop. Full one, misses it. With the stamp of the ground by Tele. Tele's got 2 for 11 from 2.5.
And Herman Rolls walking out to the crease. If I'm not mistaken, he was the top run scorer in the outing 10 days ago. He made 42. former Afrikaans Hoërseun School product. And we don't have to remind all our viewers around the globe and in South Africa of all the greats that's been produced by that school in terms of cricket. We think of the likes of A.B. de Villiers, Dewald Brewers, Faf du Plessis, Rossi van der Dussen, and most probably one of the greatest rugby union players that South Africa has ever produced, a man with the name of Fourie de Preeux. And the former headmaster, Dr. Pierre Edwards, who was also a former Springbok rugby player, playing 2 test matches in 1980. And he did a lot of great work at that school. But Baneri Tkele, a product of Glenwood in Durban, will run in and he will bowl to Rolls. Great work from his own bowling. End of the over. End of a great over.
It's a long way back here for the Mpumalanga Rhinos. At the very same stage, the Garden Route Badgers were 72 for 3. And it was tough going to get themselves to 152.
Kyle Bravo Jacobs, who hails from Galvindale in the Eastern Cape. He will operate from the commentary box end of the ground, bowling the 10th over, the score 42 for 4. And on strike is Herman Rolfs. The captain, Mohammed Mayet, is still there. It's in the gap. Jade Richter runs around. There's a strong throw. He comes from a great cricketing family, Kyle Jacobs, the great Bravo Jacobs. Played before Unity for the SAC B competition for Eastern Province with the likes of Gerald Majola and Kaya Majola. In the gap, work for Big Heath Richards.
The Rhinos captain here, Mohammed, needs to up his strike rate. It's 5 from 17.
Lots of people turning in, specifically in the cricket fraternity, watching this broadcast live stream. Thanks for all the messages of goodwill to both teams, obviously. Wide in the gap. Richards again will run around. They will not take on the arm of the big man. Well, we haven't seen him hit any boundaries today. But he's a man that can hit a cricket ball miles and miles, and a golf ball, teeing off with a pitching wedge on a par 5. Kyle Jacobs into Rolfs. In the gap, work for Jade Richter. And due to the good field placing, to the left of Richter, the batters come through for 2. At the required rate, it's over 10 per over now. And to sustain that for 10 overs will be an ask. Tidy work by Ruan Treblans, who hails from the Cape Northern suburbs of Durbanville. And as I've said earlier, then attend school at the famous Polderus Gymnasium in Stellenbosch. Rolfs on strike. Dig that one out, work for Yasin Bali. And they will come back for the second pardon. Kyle Jacobs.
Captain Mohammed was in trouble there with a direct hit. Found himself coasting the first one. Lucky for him, there was no one behind the stumps.
Yeah, after 10 overs, that's the halfway stage of the innings. The Badgers were 76 for 3, and by that stage they already lost those 3 wickets in concession, and the difference is 26 runs here. And Baneri clearly will bowl his last over. He's been very good today. 2 for 12. He picked up the wickets of Zak Katrada, caught by George van Heerden, and in his previous over he castled over Benjamin van die Kerk. On strike is the captain Mayet. Now to third man work for Monley Ngobezi, a product of Maritzburg College. As you correctly said, bursaries offered via the HUB program.
I think all the bowlers have been on the money except for Jade Richter. You want to atone for that first 2 overs of his up front.
Kelly in, forward defensive. Won't mind the single. Throws the batter that one. Once again, Monley Ngobezi is on third man, runs around towards his right, and he stops it. And we will see clearly. What do you take of the spell of Banele?
It has been great to see. Great support for how Liam Melder started. They've needed other bowlers to come to the party today, and Tele has duly obliged.
Fantastic stop.
And the fielding has helped out a lot, as you see the stop from Liabona Malifi.
He's a great fielder in all disciplines of fielding. On the outfield, great catcher of a cricket ball. Dives around, dives towards his right, and that ball was flying off the bat.
It was a set and for from Rolfs.
And Rolfs is somebody that hits a cricket ball very, very hard. That should be wide.
Rolfs has shown the right type of intent with control, as with other batters, the Mpumalanga Rhinos batters. Yes, they've shown their intent, but not with the required control for them.
Yeah, they had a great start. The first over, scoring 18 runs from Jade Richter, and then the very next over it was Liam Alder. Put the squeezes on, and I think, Jason, it's a reality. That really turned the innings around.
That second over from Liam Elder. 2 wickets for no runs. That certainly shifted the momentum the way of the Garden Route Badgers. They bowled well and fielded well as a unit. And that in-between score or target of 153 has got them up, has got them G'd up.
Work out for the very same Liam Alder, who runs around, does the fielding, and more importantly prevent the boundaries, because when you're chasing a 10.7 per over, you need at least 2 boundaries per over. 57 for 4, 11 overs gone.
It's the end of a great spell by Banele Taylor, 2 for 19 in his 4 overs.
We spoke about Liam Alder, and he's going to be reintroduced into the attack. He bowled 2 overs, 2 for 1. And when you will see him on your screen, that is a bowler and that's a cricket player that's full of self-confidence.
Should be very confident. 10 wickets already in this competition, 2 in this game.
Rolf is on strike. Pitch that one outside off. Ron Tremblans runs around, does the fielding. Oh, what a magnificent stop there from the elder statesman Yassin Valley.
That's great work there at point by Yassin Valley. Looking a set of boundary there.
Elder. Ooh. Oh, that one missed the leg stump by millimeters.
Got that one to squat. Right, slightly. Rolfes didn't get the bounce that he was looking for.
One was hitting outside the line of off stump as Rolfs approached the sweep shot across the line. It's also great to see in hospitality box this afternoon the Honourable Mayor of Oudtshoorn, Councillor Jan Alles. There must probably have a few cold ones tonight. Hopefully for him on the home side. End of the over, 12 overs gone, 60 for Paul, and the partnership is 19 runs for this, the fifth wicket between the captain Mayet and Herman Roos.
93 runs to win from 8 overs. They need a few big overs here. They cannot wait. Cannot hang on for too long. Something has to give. Something will happen. As you see the introduction of Monji Ngobese into the attack for the first time in the game. Required run rate at 11.6.
Mayet is on strike. Drop short, put down, drop short, great effort from the big man Heath Richards. Got a high five there from Jade Richter. Have a look on that one again, you can see just drop short, very difficult, but still a great effort. He served a certain boundary there.
Great effort diving forward there.
The intent is very clear. There's not going to be a second chance here. The Rhinos will need to score the runs to either be on the bus to East London tomorrow or back on a flight back to Mpumalanga. Richter is on the boundary, on the square leg boundary, does the fielding.
As you rightfully mentioned, there's no second opportunities here. You only got one shot at it. And it looks like the Mpumalanga Rhinos' opportunity is slowly slipping away from them.
They bowled exceptionally well today, but I think up to now the Badgers have certainly replicated their bowling performance. Down to third man. Good running between the wickets, but will not prevent a single. I don't think the Badgers will mind singles at this point in time.
I think they'll be happy to give them all the singles on offer. As long as they're not conceding boundaries, singles won't hit them.
Yeah, and at the back of the mind of George van Heerden, so it was Ngubezi running in. It out for Ruan Tremblans, quickly moves think they'll be very happy with the support offered from the Freda Street end of the ground by first Baneri Tele and now also Mondli Ngobezi.
Yes, they've done very well to follow those 2 overs from James Lefner. That went for 25. And as soon as Manala got into the attack, he held things back.
Comes down the wicket. Go bowling, Mondli Ngobezi. It's one player, Jason. I mean, you also watch the players come here who really has worked very hard since he arrived in Oudtshoorn in the cold winter months, preparation for this season.
He's worked very hard and he's waited for an opportunity to get on the park. And as soon as he's got an opportunity, he's grabbed it with both hands.
And Liam Alder, it looks if he can be not a lock forward. Otherwise, he would have got a red card. He very much looked like a flank forward. So yeah, Alder to close off his complement of 4 overs. Oh, it's well bowled, Liam Alder. Exceptional bowling performance by the friendly man from the City of Gold.
And halfway, we thought it'll take a special effort for someone to replicate Aubrey Swanepoel's 4-over spell. But at this point in time, Liam Alder is weighing one better.
There's a fielder out there. The catch has been taken. There was no other option for Rolfs to try to take on the bowler, and Alder strikes again. Great catch taken by Baneri Tele, running around right in front of the hospitality box towards the left. He held on to the catch, and the Rhinos 65 for 5.
I'm afraid with that wicket, that might be the Mpumalanga Rhinos' chances of coming back into this game.
Very slim. A lot of things has happened in cricket. We saw that. And Brian Bronkenshaw, he can hold the bat.
There's been a big struggle for the captain, Mohammed, 12 from 26, striking at less than 50.
Players come and go, and there's always replacements. I mean, last season or for the past 2 seasons, he's still the top wicket taker in this format of the game. Was Thomas Carver, and when he left, we were all very worried with whom are we going to replace him. But this man, Liam Alder, from King Edward VII School in Johannesburg, has certainly put up his hand.
He's been a great addition to the squad.
Just keep an eye on umpire Shazy. And he did the little flamingo, indicated the leg by. Great to see former international players plowing back into the game. Yesterday in a playoff game, we saw a previous captain from here, Waldo Latervan, officiate in Bloemfontein. It out to mid-off. Oh, he's on the boundary long off. And Bona Malifi, in short, called Bona by his friends.
Yeah, I think with former players' involvement in the game, you want to see as many as possible given back to the game in different capacities.
Elder asking the questions. What a spell of bowling. 3.5 overs, 3 for 6. 11 overs in the campaign. So he will finish with 4 overs, 3 for 7. End of the over, high fives all around. Great performance from Liam Alder. And if you correctly said, Jason, we asked the question, who will replicate Aubrey Swanepoel? But Alder has been magnificent.
Certainly went one better with Mpumalanga Rhinos 69 for 5 after 14 overs. I think their chances have well and truly slipped away. And the Garden Route Badgers have done wonderfully well in their bowling innings to ensure that the Mpumalanga Rhinos do not get a foothold in the game, even after conceding 19 runs, in the first over. They've come back beautifully.
And Jade Richter, he conceded 19 runs in that opening over. And just the following over, the match was turned around by 2 consecutive wickets from Elder. Richter runs in, bowl to Mayet. Oh, great fielding there. That ball was hit like a train.
That was it hard, and Carl Jacobs was tight in there. Was totally in on the one. After that shot, he's moved back.
Twenty seats out. It was a great contest yesterday at the Mangaung Oval in Bloemfontein, and you could see it was 1-2. It was a very close contest.
It was always going to be a tight game between the Knights and Inyati. Two teams, the two top teams in this campaign, playing consistently.
There's a ball from Richter. It's a good bouncer from Richter.
He can bowl good bumper, Jade Richter. I think with 83 runs to win. At this stage, I'll go out on a limb and say this is the Garden Route Badgers game to win. We cannot lose from here. We'll win this in a canter.
Oh, that's high up in the sky. Should be taken. Richards is underneath it. He takes the catch on the boundary. Wicket for Richter. And I think this is the one for the Badgers. That's a very good catch in the deep by the big man. And the Rhinos fall apart here, 70 for 5. And we said it right in the beginning, 70 for 6, pardon. It was a great performance this season by the Rhinos. They really improved their performances. You can see they're a well-drilled team. They bowled well today. They started off quite well until Liam Alder was introduced into the attack. And from there on, they couldn't really get things going back in the run chase. And in the context of the game, the wonderful middle order batting performance by Nathan Engelbrecht needs to be complimented. He really held the middle order together.
And then big compliments to Nathan Engelbrecht, and rightfully so. Because if you saw the Garden Route Badgers innings from over number 7 till the end of over number 12, they were 26 for 4 at the stage. And Nathan Engelbrecht brought them back into the game. And it looks like that will be a match-winning inning that he played.
Should the Badgers win here today? Just watch Richter running in. To the new batter, that is Karabo Mogotsi. They will improve on their performances of last season, where they finished 4th in the competition, this year 3rd. And obviously, when you look at the most important formula to be used, or that's on the stake here as the promotion relegation table, where the Knights has got full points, 15, followed by the Eastern Cape and Yati, and then the Badgers. Well bowled, well executed by Richter. In of the over, a much better over from Jade Richter.
Comes back well in the second spell. Picks up a wicket and has come back over. Mpumalanga Rhinos are 71 for 6 after 15. The required run rate sits at 16.4 for the last 5 overs. We'll be very disappointed when Mpumalanga Rhinos change room with his batting effort. At halfway, they would have felt their family in control of the game. They're in the game with only 153 to chase. Well, the Garden Route Badgers had other plans.
And Monli Kobesi will continue from the commentary box end. Olivia single. So I think the people in East London will be watching in anticipation to welcome the Badgers there on Friday. Chief Executive Officer Greg Fredericks and the coach Tumelo Budibe and his team. They defeated the Badgers here a few Wednesdays ago with a very great run chase. The Badgers continue their disciplines here.
That no ball from Ngwawesin didn't harm them too much. Only one consider of the free hit.
Well bowled from Kobesi. It's a big hit. Field underneath it. Ball underneath it. He completes the catch. And a well-deserved wicket for Monli Kobesi.
Captain Myers departs 16 from 32. It has been a big struggle for him in this batting inning. Just could not get any momentum going, could not get flow in his innings. And he hauls out to the mid-wicket boundary. And Liabona Malifi completes the catch. Mpumalanga Rhinos are 75 for 7.
As we see the new batsman walking in, John Henderson. Jason, you want to share something with us after his delivery?
Mpumalanga Rhinos will be trying to avoid getting the lowest score of the competition thus far, which now belongs to Limpopo Impalas, which was 100 runs scored against the Knights in Bloemfontein. 24 runs shy of that.
Mokgotsi. Jason, something very interesting. The last boundary of this innings has been hit in the 6th over by Benjamin Funnikerk. So between overs number 6 and 16, the past 10 overs, we haven't seen a boundary. And that is telling you a story about the outcome of where this game is heading towards.
I think that makes it pretty obvious. The Garden Route Badgers, well deserved in getting themselves into this position.
So Jay Drichter will complete his complement of 4 overs from the Freda Street end. That will not be a boundary. Now to think about it, the very first over in this innings was bowled by the same bowler, Jay Drichter, from the Freda Street end of the ground. And Gareth Dukes, he punished him for 19 runs in that over. Richter runs in, and he will bowl to Mogotsi.
As well run on this occasion to get 2.
I don't think there will be big celebrations tonight by the men in green. They will most probably have a few cold ones and then settle down and prepare for the bus trip to East London tomorrow.
There'll be time for players to go recover at home slightly, prepare for that long bus trip.
They will leave that to the commentators and officials.
You don't have to worry about recovery.
So we must just pitch up for work tomorrow. But nevertheless, a great effort today, very clinical. We did compliment the bowling performance earlier of the Rhinos. They did really well to restrict the Badgers. But since that 2 consecutive wickets in the 2nd over, the 1st over by Liam Alder, the Rhinos never got back into this match.
They've just not been allowed back into the game.
So Henderson will run in, and he will face Jay Drichter. Pardon. That's airborne. Will that go all the way? That's a magnificent pull shot. That is a magnificent pull shot. But there's immediate concern there on the boundary fence for Yasin Wali, who has badly slipped. He's in pain, but he's up again. That is a great execution by Henderson. Look at that.
He did well to reach that. It was almost over head height.
There you will see. Yeah, Yasin Wali seems to be fine. For a split second, thought he's in trouble.
And the first boundary scored since the 6th over, he said.
That is correct. Benjamin van Niekerk has struck that boundary 4.
You don't win T20 games.
10 overs without boundaries.
It's difficult to win a game going that way.
One bounce out too long off. Fielding has been done by the captain, George van Heerden. Jason, we must compliment the captaincy of George van Heerden today.
I think his changes in controlling the bowling attack, bringing Manele Trele immediately after Jay Drichter had conceded 25 runs over his first 2 overs. I think that was a very good call. With Trele going 2 for 19 in his 4 overs.
The end of the Jay Drichter complement of 4 overs, 1 for 37. A good comeback. Remember, he went for 19 runs in that opening over. Just to remind our viewers of the excellent, economical, match-winning bowling performance from Liam Alder, who bagged 3 for 7 in his 4 overs.
I think as a team always you look at, you try and review and reflect on performances and look at areas where you feel you could have done better in any game, whether you've lost or you've won. And Mpumalanga can't find too much fault with their bowling effort. I thought they bowled amazingly well.
The edge towards that, dive towards the left. Great work there. Is it Jade Richter? One bounce out to Roland Blanche. Very impressive batting performance today by Blanche. Scored a half century.
Another flying start from him. He's having a very good season.
Yabona Malifi, short hit out. Work for Monli Kubezi.
It'll be interesting to hear the thoughts of the Mpumalanga Rhinos contingent, whether this wicket has played badly in the second innings. From our position, it doesn't look like it has changed much.
No, it doesn't change a lot. I must just say, those 2 wickets in that 1 over from Elder really took this wind out of the sails of the Rhinos. And after a very firm start, I mean, scoring 19 runs in your opening over, they never really got back and capitalized this run chase. Work for Kylie Jacobs.
End of the over. Mpumalanga Rhinos are 94 for 7. 2 overs left. Those 3 wickets lost in the power play obviously makes it difficult for any team to come back into the game. And with that, Kathrada losing his wicket at 28 for 3 is Swanepoel, and Jukes at 19 for 1 and 2 respectively, made it an almost impossible task for the team to come back into the game. With the captain Mo Mayan joining, Benjamin van Dijk out in the middle. They struggled to get going in their innings. Never get any momentum going. The Badgers bowling and the fielding unit was commendable today.
Yeah, whilst we wait, there's also another Cricket South Africa Division 1 match on the go. It's between the DP World Lions and the Northwest Dragons. DP World Lions still to record a victory. Just watch it on delivery. Kubezi in. Oh, that's teeing off. That's big. That's 6. That is a massive hit from Hendrickson.
That is big. Gets under that one. Full delivery on the stumps. And he's able to, just outside the stumps, pardon me. And he's able to get underneath that one and head over long one.
Yeah, and if you're a Lions supporter, it's not good news. The Lions have yet to record a victory in this year's competition. They're chasing 102. They're currently 104 for 4 after 15. Will there be a twist in the tail here?
Another big hit here from John Hendrickson. They needed these early on in this chase. That's a full toss, and he usually takes care of that. The required run rate sits at 28.9. it is an impossible task, or rather improbable task at this point in time. 47 runs to win from 1.4 overs. Can he do it in all sixes? Just sixes for me and John Hendrickson.
Yeah, he will need to hit this in sixes. But he will most probably need to take a single to get on the other side to retain the strike. We just want to also say thank you very much to Pitch Vision, to Damien, to you and your team. Excellent production today. We don't care about the result. Oh, this is going one more. No, this is up. The catch has been taken. And Ngubezi is the last law as we see the departure of Hendrickson.
The Rhinos lose their 8th wicket, 106 for 8. They needed someone early on in the innings to try and play an inning of this stature for a few more overs than what Hendrickson could achieve. They need 31.3 to the over for the remainder of this game. Darren Root Badgers are well and truly home for this win.
We speculate that the innings break, Jason, you've been the coach last year where with you part of that coaching staff, we managed to defend, or the Badgers managed to defend the 150s, and that's exactly what they did today. 152 is a modest target. They failed to defend 162 and 176 earlier this season at this very same ground, but I must say their bowling performance today has been much better.
They fall well as a unit. They've been able to bowl in partnerships.
And as a batting unit, they're very much dependent on Liam Alder. And Ngubezi is on a hat-trick. 47 more runs to win. And it gives us an opportunity to reflect what's happened here today. The Rhinos has won the toss, and as expected, they opted to have a bowl first. Everybody, I think, will agree with that.
Yeah, I think even the home team, if they had won the toss, having chatted to the coach, they would have preferred to bowl first and chase on this wicket.
Then there was an opening stand of 60 between Yassine Valley and Ruan Terblanche. Terblanche made 50 of 29 balls. He hit 4 sixes and 4 fours. Heath Richards was dismissed cheaply for 1. He was run out, courtesy of a brilliant fielding display by Tepa Mpaka and Aubrey Swanepoel. George van Heerden made 13. A match-winning innings, 42 from 40, hitting 2 boundary fours by Nathan Engelbrach, glued the middle order together to enable the Badgers to score 152 for 6. Rolfs 2 for 23, and then also economical bowling by Aubrey Swanepoel, 1 for 17 in his complement of 4 overs. 19 runs scored at that very first over, and then it was all over to Liam Alder, who has dismissed Dukes for 19 and Swanepoel for 0 in 2 consecutive overs. Rolfs 16 from 18, and a little cameo 23 from 9 from Hendrickson. It's not going to be enough. We've got 8 balls left, 47 more runs to win, and the Badgers will advance to the playoff against Lenyati in his London on Friday. From the bowling, Elder the pick of the bowlers. He bowled 4 overs, 3 for 7. Banele Taylor was impressive. 2 for 19 in his 4 overs. Very tidy bowling by Leabona Malifi, 2 overs for 6 runs. Carl Jacobs, 2 overs for 11. And then Monley Ngubezi is into his 3rd over. He's got 1 more ball left. He already picked up 3 for 25. He will finish on 3 for 24 now, as we will enter the final over of this match. And I guess It will be either Carl Jacobs or Leabona Malifi to bowl. Well bowled Monique Obesi. It will then be Leabona Malifi will conclude economical bowling, 0 for 6 in his 2 overs, and he will bowl the last over.
It's been a great day out for the Garden Route Badgers. I'm sure there would have been a few nerves at halfway. With a target of 153 for the Mpumalanga Rhinos. They would have thought to themselves they haven't got enough. But must commend their effort out on the field and the bowlers backing each other up. Done well enough to get the Rhinos to 109 for 9 after 19.1.
152 for 6 was what the Badgers achieved. And that's the end of the game. Stumped by Nathan Engelbrecht. 109 all out. The Badgers victorious by 44 runs. They move to the playoffs to be played at Buffalo Park in East London on Friday. Great performance, Jason, by the home side.
This is a well-deserved victory here by the home side. That 41-run partnership where they were batting between Carl Jacobs and Nathan Engelbrecht brought them firmly back into the game. And from then on, the bowlers on the back of Liam Elder's wonderful performance today have gotten them over the line. A well-deserved victory for the home team, where they'll meet the Eastern Cape Vignati for a place in the final against the Knights on Friday the 21st.
Thank you to all our viewers right across the globe who follow this transmission and this broadcast. Congratulations to the Badgers. Well played to the Rhinos. They did exceptionally well to finish 4th and to reach the qualifying stages. The Badgers victorious by 43 runs. There's not an official player of the match, but compliments to Liam Alder, 3 for 7 in his 4, the half century by Ruan ter Blanche, and 42 not out by Nathan Engelbrecht. We will be back in East London on Friday.
The wait is over and the teams are ready. T20 Challenge is back.
Sun is shining and I feel so good.
Come show us your moves from anywhere in South Africa.
'Cause it's a good day for it, a good day for it.
Meet the stars, feel the vibe, and experience the thrill.
That's huge. That is out of the park.
Support your favorite team in your favorite city.
Brilliant catch.
Bring your energy, bring your passion. Hashtag bring on your moves.
Bowled him.
Now I play for the Hollywood-based Dolphins.
From the DP World Lions,
The Alphabet Warriors.
Gold Rush Boland, World Sports Betting, Western Province,
The Mutiram Tuskers.
Northwest Dragons. The Momentum Multiplier Titans.
Get your tickets for the T20 Challenge now and be there for the action. Hashtag bring on your moves. Woza nawe.